The animal kingdom is a wild place, but when you think of violence, you probably think of lions and tigers and other big animals. Well, sometimes even the birds display their fair share of aggression. They aren't always like the ones in Disney movies, sweet and always singing. Sometimes they're even more violent than other animals. Today we're going to show you 35 of the most epic in-air battles to be recorded. Mother hen attacks eagle. This eagle no doubt saw the hen and its baby chicks and expected an easy target. Not so fast though. The mama hen wasn't going to let anyone come near her kids. It almost looks like she's scolding the eagle, who stands there stunned, feeling sorry for even trying anything. Eagle versus eagle fight. Today we learned that when eagles get mad and fight each other, they literally lock talons and try to pull the other one over. All that fighting over a fish, you think the one that came second would just go and grab a bite for itself to eat? There's gotta be enough fish in the sea for both these angry birds. Bird versus bat. These two flighty animals have it out for each other. The bird is much quicker and flies to and fro really fast. The bat, on the other hand, seems injured. It's having some trouble moving and seems like it's suffering, pushing itself forward with its wings that way. Not a fair fight at all. One hawk versus 5 magpies. This hawk is not here to play any games. Not only was it killing one magpie, but it did so despite 4 other magpies who were present and kept trying to take it on. How often do we see birds of prey demonstrate their sheer dominance over their prey? It was definitely outnumbered, and those figures should have meant total defeat, but you can tell that the magpies are still afraid of the hawk. They definitely don't want to end up like the other guy. Turkey dodges eagle. When you're as big as the turkey, you ordinarily wouldn't be scared of being eaten by another bird. But when you live close to certain birds of prey, nothing is guaranteed. This turkey was almost eagle dinner if not for its vigilance and agility. The turkey moved away at the exact second the eagle dived right in and reached it. No dinner for you today, buddy. Try again tomorrow. Eagle and snake. Right from the very start, you know this snake's lost this one. See the way the bird's literally got the reptile wrapped around its finger? Good luck getting out of that one. Looks like the battle's already been won, but by the eagle. Owl gets dive bombed. This owl was sitting on a tree branch, chilling, minding its own business. You know, typical owl stuff, and then BAM! Out of nowhere, this hawk swoops in and dive bombs the owl. The owl doesn't seem the least bit surprised, looks for a second in the hawk's direction, and then it resumes its unbothered stance. Crows fighting hawk. Crows are ominous birds. Wherever you see them, it's either something is about to go down or it's probably already happening. In this clip, the crows were basically up to no good. But you gotta respect hawks after seeing this one. It just sits calmly there and lets the crows gather around and try and scare it. It knows their bark is worse than their bite, so it stands its ground. Just cleans itself while they try to make their presence felt. They were probably just jealous that the hawk had something to eat and they didn't. Prairie falcon knocks out Drake mallard. When this Drake mallard decided to take a nap while the rest of the brace retreated for safety, it had no idea death would come from the sky fast and hard. The falcon landed such a deadly swipe on the mallard it didn't even have a chance to escape. The falcon then hobbles back to claim its prize. It's a cold world out there. Bald eagle deals with home intruder. This bald eagle came home and found an intruder in its nest. An owl had somehow stumbled upon its nest and randomly decided to make itself at home. Of course, the eagle had to lash out. Anyone would be pissed if they found a stranger had entered their home like that. The eagle then proceeded to shoo the owl away by engulfing it in its huge wings. It never stood a chance. Hawk tries to grab dog. Home security cameras captured the moment that this family dog was chilling in the backyard. You can even see someone cleaning the pool. No one would have guessed what happened next. The dog suddenly gets almost grabbed and kidnapped by a random hawk making the rounds. The bird probably underestimated how big the dog actually was. Flying heron gets dive bombed. This heron was just flying over the water, making its round. Then an osprey nearby noticed and decided to disturb its peace. Eagle attacks chicken coop. In a desperate attempt to literally grab lunch, this eagle attacks a chicken coop even when it knows there will be humans around. The eagle got into a bit of a tussle with the chicken, but wasn't able to overcome it before the humans arrived and it had to flee. Better luck next time, Mr. Mighty Eagle. Bald eagle takes on red-tailed hawk. This bald eagle was flying, and then a red-tailed hawk decided to pick a fight with it. The eagle very smoothly flips itself and moves away from the enemy. Does it almost a little too perfectly, as if it was rehearsed. Still, it was pretty majestic to watch. Owl hates hawk. These two birds were found right in the middle of a fight. They both just sort of look at the camera, then with complete confusion on their faces. The owl makes a lot of noise. Maybe it's asking for help? They both are just lying there, and it looks like during their scuffle they sort of got stuck to each other. But from the looks of it, the owl was more grateful that the man intervened. Sparrowhawk fights magpie. Here we see two birds engaged in combat. They've got each other in a lock, and for now it seems like it could be anyone's fight. The sparrowhawk has the magpie pinned down, but the magpie isn't even close to giving up. Wait, no, it's dead. The sparrowhawk was literally eating it even before it really died. Rest in peace, Mr. Magpie. You put up a good fight. Sparrowhawk and starling. Look at this poor starling. There's no chance for this one now. Once the sparrowhawk got its claws into you, you're as good as dead. It's almost painful to see it crying out for help like that, knowing it's doomed. If there's anything that we've learned today, it's that sparrowhawks are not to be messed with under absolutely any circumstances. They will mess up anyone they want, and it won't be hard for them either. Mid-air eagle fight. Now that's a sight to behold. Two eagles battling for dominance while in flight. Then they lock talons and sort of spin around for a while. Then they let go and fly their separate ways. Then they came back together for another round, since there was no clear winner. Looks like they both exert equal force and then end up falling down together when they couldn't keep up. After emerging victorious, the winning duo makes a victory lap, but I have a question. What happened to the fish? Eagle attacks and takes down seagull in a golf course. This eagle is all riled up. It's clearly mad at the seagull and out for some vengeance. The eagle follows in hot pursuit, not giving up. Finally, its efforts pay off and the eagle gets its paws in, grabbing a hold of the seagull and bringing it down. You don't see things like this every day at the golf course. Hen protects babies from crow. Motherhood is indeed one of, if not the strongest instincts in just about every living thing on earth. Just ask this hen. When her babies were being threatened by a crow, no way was she going to sit around and let them be eaten. She chased the crow off savagely, making it regret its decision. The crow must be regretting ever setting foot on that enclosure. It's trapped with nowhere to go, but it's not going to fight for its life till someone gets it out of there. Eventually, they arrive at a truce with the crow lying in submission. Eagle grabs and attacks goat off cliff. This is as real and raw as it gets. The brutal food chain in action. It's tough not to feel sorry for the goat. That couldn't have been a decent way to go out, being dragged off a mountain and then turned into eagle dinner. Also, notice just how strong this eagle is, flying while holding an entire goat carcass in its talons. As if we needed more reasons to be scared of these big birds. Eagle fights baby warthog. This is a stealthy and experienced hunter in its element. The eagle held onto the baby warthog by its neck, and it spread its wings and created a makeshift cover around it to nicely shield it from any other potentially